Well, it's been a long time since I filmed in the studio, but it's not a craft video. Nope, I've escaped to the studio for some peace and quiet and a place to film because it's the wrong time of the day to film. People are up and out of bed. The day has begun and I really want to just do something to do with a video for you. Right, okay, so what have I been doing this week? Oh, hang on, let me put my feet up on this footstool. What have I been doing this week? It has been a crazy total. I've actually been very successful in getting a lot done this week. As far as work goes, for Escaping the Dole with Sindy one, that name's got to change in the future for something more abundant-minded, more positive. But it's a process. Are we getting there? So to start with, I have had to, on my blogs, because I now have 2 blogs, 2 YouTube channels. So it's 2 to maintain. I said that before. The blogs, both of them, I had to make legal. So I had to put in the privacy policy to do with data collection, the terms and conditions. That is a big lot of information. I'm not going to tell you about it right now. The terms and conditions and the disclaimer. Things that are really important if you're going to be doing anything on the internet, if you're going to be collecting any kind of information, even if just for analytics. But I intend to use my blogs as a source of income. It's my work, my job, my writing, where I make money from it. So there will be adverts placed on it and affiliate links as well. So because of that, I have to put those legal documents in and give people the option to opt in or out, or to accept or decline any of the things on the website. So that was a legal requirement. That is done. I have sorted out the tax information for the blogs as well for Google AdSense. So yeah, now the only thing I think I have left, I have to wait for approval, but I think before Google Ads will add any adverts to my blog, I first have to have a certain number. I mean, for Blogger itself, you have to have a minimum amount of content, and they have to approve the content as useful and helpful and serving the people who are visiting the blog. So I have this morning, because I've only got 2 blogs on the Blue Garden Cottage one, and I think I have 4 or something on the other. It's not enough. I need to have a minimum, I think, of about 15 blogs, 15 articles. So this morning I have been brainstorming and I have come up with the 15 topics for the Blue Garden Cottage one and 15 topics for the Escaping the Dole one. So that, and I've got them, I've got the drafts set up ready to write. So I have the ideas, and now I've just got to do the bullet points of what the content I'm going to be putting in them, so that I could give not just quantity but quality of blogs for people to get something out of. And you could help me with that by giving me some ideas of what you'd like from that. But that is for the other channel and the other blog. As to the Blue Garden Cottage one this week, because I've been so very busy with work, I haven't done a huge amount. I've been able to keep up with the basic housework of laundry and cooking and cleaning the kitchen and keeping the place generally tidy. So I've been able to do that, but I haven't been able to do any new projects. And I did, of course, because this is the week of the month I need to do the budgeting. I decided, okay, hang on. Work was done in the first 3 days, and yesterday, and again today. So yeah, it might be Friday, but Thursday is normally the day I do all the housework properly, ready for the weekend where I don't want to do housework. I just want to bond and make memories with my grandchildren. So, oh, I am speeding through this. I am so sorry. Please bear with me. I'm trying not to be rushed through this. But oh, especially since I'm in the studio and I'm looking out at the garden and there are blossoms on the apple trees coming up. There are leaves popping up everywhere. Oh, see, I could have missed that. I could have been so busy and so rushing through this. I could have missed that if I didn't look out the window. I love the studio. Seriously. Wow. Okay. Budgeting. I decided yesterday, right, I know I need to get shopping today, Friday, so I better get that budget done and sort out what I have, what I need, and so on and so on. I looked into the bank account and I went, oh, blooming go I. Right, I dropped the ball there for a minute. Better get quick, sharpish planning and sorting and organising, because when money goes in, might not actually meet the needs. This week I have not been within my means in the last 2 weeks. I think something has gone amiss. I think it's just the dates the money goes in, the direct debits are monthly and go out specific dates, and there's a crossover. So a couple of weeks every now and again there is like situation with budgets. But I sat down, I did the budgeting, I planned exactly what has to be done, I plotted when the direct debits are going out so I won't touch that money, whatever money was left, and then I had to fit in whatever needed other than that on the general expenses into what was left. I cover my budgeting in the book, so just if you want to know how I do that, just look at the book, Escaping the Dole to Blue Garden Cottage. I'll put a link to that in the description box. Sorry. I'm going to try and do as little editing as possible, so you're going to get this, as I always say, warts and all. There you go. Yeah, I think I'm just going to clip stuff together and sniffing, coughing, whatever. That's what you get, and that's me. So I sorted out the budget, and then I couldn't, and I knew what I had for the grocery shopping. That's my budget. So I thought, well, meal plan. I can't do a meal plan because I don't exactly know what I've got. So that led me to sorting out all the food storage cupboards, the fridge, the freezer, everything. I had to go through everything to check exactly what I had. And it was a bit of I haven't done that for a while. So I went, tidied up all the shelves, all the cupboards, and I had exactly known what we have and therefore what we need. And I particularly plan around the weekend for the children because it has to be very specific for them. But for the rest of the week, I can just pick stuff out the store cupboard, whatever is available in the garden and the freezer, and come up with a meal just like that. Although, because of the budget, I now, in the next 2 weeks, have to specifically use store cupboard stuff. So all the dried pulses and the dried whole grains and things like that. So I have to plan ahead, because if you know about cooking pulses and legumes, most pulses like lentils, they don't need a long time soaking. An hour or so for lentils will do. Red lentils don't need soaking, although I do. I like to just get rid of some of the coating on them, because that is not good for the belly. Not for me anyway. It causes me a bit of heartburn. So it's easier for me just to soak the red lentils just for half an hour and rinse it off before I use it. The other lentils take up to an hour to soak, will be beneficial, and then it cooks really quickly. But the legumes, the beans and the peas that are the dried ones, they need a proper soak in. Mostly, if they're fresher ones bought, then 8 hours will do. But if they've been in storage for a longer time, you probably could do with an overnight to 12-hour soak. So I need to plan ahead. It helps then if I know what I'm gonna, if I plan the day before what I want the next day, then I can soak the beans and peas the night before, so that I could sort them the next day. And that even goes for the yogurt. I'm not buying my vegan yogurt. I am going to be making my vegan yogurt, and I don't have enough soy milk. It's way too expensive to get organic, plain unsweetened soy milk. It's really ridiculous. I don't know why it's not cheaper than all the other processed stuff full of additives, really. But there you go. So to fit in this week's budget, I'm only getting 2 cartons of the soy milk, and the rest of the time I will be making my own yogurt from chickpeas. I've been watching chickpea yogurt recipes, and I'll be adapting it to make it more thought for something that we'd like. I don't mind. Chickpea yogurt is supposed to be quite flavorless, but I have a trick up my sleeves, and I'll let you know what that is when I do it. So I'll probably be filming a bit of the making of the chickpea yogurt. I've also got some silken tofu, the soft one, in the store cupboard, so I could use that to make some cream cheese. Yep, and I'll be making store cupboard cookies and cakes if I can manage that. And I'll show you how I do that. So I probably should in the near future do a series on store cupboard cooking, store cupboard budget cooking. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so I've done that. I've sorted out the store cupboard. Here are the videos, the little clips. They're only short little clips showing you my store cupboards. Today I have been sorting out, organizing all of my food storage to make sure I know exactly what I have, what I need, and then it'll help me to be able to get my shopping in a much better way so that I don't waste anything. And I've been getting very organized in putting all the dried herbs and plants over there, some of the preserves there, the sugars, the nuts, some more jams, dried fruits, pastas and more noodles. And this side, all the pulses and the legumes at the bottom, all the grains and the flours on the next shelf up. And then I've got the vinegars on the bottom, the oil over there next to the grains, all this herbs, spices and stocks and everything there, more jams, homemade pickles, and I need to top up the milk. And that is how I've organized my food storage cupboard. And there you have it. That is what my store cupboard looks now. Nice and tidy for me. I know exactly where everything is. I know exactly what I've got. So that'll make coming up with meal ideas much easier. And I'm so used to using my store cupboard now because I use my store cupboard almost every single day. The only thing I'm not able to do this fortnight is to replenish what I use from it. So it means that future budgets will have to stretch a bit further to replacing what I've used now, because I like to keep my store cupboard always stocked so I never run out, and that it should last me. I should be able at least for 1 solid month to be able to live exclusively from my store cupboard, 3 months adding from stuff from the garden, from the fridge and the freezer, whatever. So at least 3 months I like to have in my store cupboard so that I don't have to do shopping if anything happens that I can't do shopping. But so far, in all the years I've kept a food storage cupboard, that's never happened. I've had maybe a couple of weeks. 1 month I think we had to stretch the store cupboard out, but other than that we've never really had to rely on it solely, so we're okay for that. But that was it. That's the importance of sorting out my store cupboard, so that when there is a budget shortfall, that I know I can rely on that store cupboard and still be able to meet my family's requirements and needs and be totally chilled about it and not stressed. So now I'm not as stressed as I was when I first looked at the bank balance this week. I'm fine with it now because I know we're okay, and I know that because I can budget, because I can do this, that means that the next time money comes in, it won't be swallowed up as much, and I'll be able to improve the bank balance and actually start saving. Things have happened. Yeah, Buttons has not been well. She's been quite ill. I'll talk to you about that in another video, but she's not well at all, and I think it's her last days really, and that'll be as and when it is. She's a good old girl, and yeah, I don't want to talk about that right now. Let's not do that. I shall do that another day. For now, she's okay, even though she's not well. But there you go, folks. I hope you have a good week until next week, and hopefully we've got some better weather, because I'm telling you, I can't do this rain anymore. We have had this week, we've had, I think, oh, interjection here. I was looking out the window and there's a house sparrow going in the hole in the wall where there used to be an overflow pipe, I think, from the toilet. No, it wasn't, but there's a hole in the wall where the mortar is, by the bricks, and a bird has made a nest in there. That's cute. Let's hope the water doesn't get in there. Oh, that's why it sounds so, the bird chirping sounds so loud in the bathroom. Okay, I'm going way too long now. I wanted this to be a short video. So until next week, hopefully there'll be weather. I can show you a bit more in the garden. I can do more in the garden. I haven't been able to do much at all this week. Not much at all, except to keep the seedlings watered in the potting shed, and they are seriously begging to be potted on. I really need to get out there, and I need to sow more seeds. I'm running out of time. We're in mid-April already, and I am 2-3 weeks behind on my sowing. That's a worry for next week. All right, folks, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you don't mind. I appreciate it if you do. Welcome to new subscribers. Welcome to all of you, and at the same time, have a good weekend. Ciao for now. Bye.